Imagine this. You are walking across your living room floor, the same smooth wooden floor you've crossed for decades. But this time, something feels different. Your legs seem heavy, your knees shaky, and suddenly, without warning, you stumble. You manage to catch yourself before falling, but the fear remains. For many seniors, this frightening moment is not just a clumsy accident. It's a warning sign of muscle decline, a condition that creeps in silently with age, leaving millions of older adults vulnerable to falls, fractures, and loss of independence. Now you may think muscle loss is only about not exercising enough or not eating enough protein. But here's the shocking truth. One of the most overlooked causes of muscle decline is a shortage of omega-3 fatty acids in the diet. Omega-3s are not just for heart health, they are essential for maintaining strong, flexible, and well-functioning muscles as you age. When your body doesn't get enough of them, inflammation rises, recovery slows, and your muscles gradually lose their strength and resilience. As a neurologist specializing in senior health, I've seen firsthand what happens when older adults underestimate this risk. Take Mr. Raymond, a 72-year-old retired carpenter. For most of his life, he stayed active building furniture for his children and even gardening on weekends. But over the past 5 years, he noticed something troubling. His grip weakened, his arms tired faster, and even simple tasks like carrying a bag of groceries felt like lifting a heavy load. Doctors ruled out major diseases. His blood tests were normal. But when I asked about his diet, one detail stood out. He rarely ate fish nuts or seeds. His omega-3 intake was almost non-existent. Raymond's story is not unique. A growing body of medical research shows that low omega-3 levels are directly linked to a faster rate of sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss. In fact, studies reveal that seniors with higher omega-3 intake maintain greater muscle mass and strength compared to those with deficiencies. Omega-3s help regulate inflammation, improve blood flow to muscle tissue, and even activate genes that protect muscle fibers from breaking down. Without them, your muscles become more fragile, and the recovery process after daily wear and tear slows dramatically. The frightening part, most seniors aren't aware of this hidden danger. They might blame their weakness on just getting old, but the real issue could be something as simple as missing omega-3s from their meals. And the longer this goes unnoticed, the steeper the decline becomes. Weak muscles don't just make it harder to walk or climb stairs. They increase the risk of falls, hip fractures, and hospitalizations that can permanently change the course of your life. Before we dive deeper, let me pause and ask you something. Have you subscribed yet? If not, I strongly recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. And if you're enjoying this video, type 1 in the comments right now. If not, type 0, so I know how I can improve this content for you. Your feedback matters more than you think. The truth is, muscle decline is not inevitable. By identifying the foods rich in omega-3s and learning how to include them in your daily diet, you can protect your independence, preserve your energy, and continue doing the things you love, whether that's cooking, traveling, playing with your grandchildren, or simply walking without fear. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. In the next sections, we will explore 9 omega-3 rich foods that have been scientifically proven to slow down muscle decline and keep seniors strong well into their later years. Some of these foods you may already know, but others might surprise you. The key is not only eating them, but also understanding how they work in your body and how to avoid common mistakes that can rob you of their benefits. So let's begin this journey together. And where better to start than with one of the most famous sources of omega-3s, of food that has been called the king of the sea when it comes to muscle health. That's right, salmon. And you're about to learn why this everyday fish could be your strongest shield against age-related muscle loss. When you think about omega-3s, the very first food that often comes to mind is salmon, and for good reason. This rich, oily fish has long been celebrated for its heart protective benefits. But what many seniors don't realize is that salmon is also one of the most powerful allies against muscle decline. The very same nutrients that keep your arteries flexible and your brain sharp also help preserve your muscle fibers, preventing the steady erosion of strength that comes with age. Let's talk about why. Salmon is loaded with 2 specific types of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These aren't just good fats. They are active molecules that reduce chronic inflammation, a silent fire that damages tissues throughout the body, including your muscles. In older adults, low-grade inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of muscle loss. By calming that inflammation, salmon helps keep your muscle fibers intact, stronger, and more responsive to daily activity. But there's more. EPA and DHA also improve the way your muscles use protein. As we age, our muscles become resistant to the effects of dietary protein. That means, even if you're eating plenty of chicken eggs or beans, your body doesn't build muscle as efficiently as it once did. Studies have shown that seniors who consume salmon regularly experience greater muscle protein synthesis, the process of repairing and growing muscle fibers, compared to those who don't. In other words, salmon makes your protein work harder for you. Let me illustrate with a patient story. Mrs. Carter, age 68, came to see me after experiencing unusual weakness in her thighs. She had been very active in her 50s, often hiking with her husband, but over the past decade she noticed her endurance fading. Climbing stairs left her winded, and standing from a chair became more difficult. Her diet was what she considered healthy: oatmeal for breakfast, sandwiches for lunch, and chicken for dinner. But when I asked her about fish, she admitted she rarely ate it. The reason: she didn't like the smell, and she assumed chicken gave her all the protein she needed. I suggested she incorporate salmon into her meals twice a week. She tried baked salmon with lemon and herbs, and later discovered salmon patties made from canned salmon, which were both affordable and easy to prepare. 6 months later, when she returned for a checkup, her improvement was remarkable. She reported fewer aches, more energy on her walks, and she could climb stairs with much less difficulty. The key change: a steady dose of EPA and DHA from salmon, which gave her muscles the tools they had been missing for years. Medical research supports her experience. In one clinical trial, older adults who supplemented their diets with omega-3 rich fish showed significant increases in muscle strength over 6 months compared to those who did not. Researchers concluded that omega-3s not only slow muscle loss but actually enhance the function of existing muscle fibers, making them more efficient at contracting and generating force. Now you might be wondering how much salmon is enough. Experts generally recommend 2 servings of fatty fish per week, each serving being about the size of your palm. Grilled, baked, or poached salmon are excellent choices. Just avoid deep frying, which can destroy delicate omega-3s and add harmful trans fats to your diet. But what if you don't like salmon? I understand, not everyone enjoys the taste. The good news is that salmon is only the beginning. There are other small but mighty fish that pack just as much omega-3 power, and in some cases even more. These fish are affordable, accessible, and surprisingly effective at helping seniors maintain muscle mass. And if salmon impressed you, wait until you discover what these tiny, often overlooked fish can do. They may be small in size, but when it comes to protecting your muscles and bones, they deliver a punch far greater than their weight. In fact, the next food I'll share has been called nature's multivitamin in a can. Can you guess what it is? Let me give you a hint. It's often eaten whole, bones and all. Yes, you're about to learn the surprising benefits of sardines. At first glance, sardines may not look like much. They're small, often packed tightly into tins, and sometimes overlooked in favor of larger, more glamorous fish. But here's the truth: sardines are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, especially for seniors fighting muscle decline. What makes them extraordinary is that they deliver not only high levels of omega-3s, but also calcium, vitamin D, and protein, all critical for preserving muscle mass and bone strength as we age. Sardines contain both EPA and DHA, just like salmon, but in a much more compact package. Because sardines are typically eaten whole, including their tiny bones, you get a double benefit. The soft bones are rich in calcium, which works hand in hand with muscle contractions. Remember, muscles don't operate in isolation. They need bones as anchors. Without strong bones, even the healthiest muscles can't keep you mobile. That's why sardines, with their blend of omega-3s and minerals, are so powerful for seniors. They address both muscle and skeletal health at the same time. Consider the case of Mr. Alvarez, a 74-year-old retired schoolteacher. For years, he struggled with weakness in his legs and recurring back pain. He avoided fish because of the cost and inconvenience, but his granddaughter introduced him to canned sardines, cheap, easy to store, and quick to prepare. Skeptical at first, he agreed to try them twice a week, mixing them into salads and spreading them on whole grain crackers. 3 months later, he reported something remarkable: his back pain had eased, and he felt steadier on his feet. During our follow-up exam, his balance and walking speed had measurably improved. The only real change in his diet: sardines. What's happening here is more than just better nutrition. Omega-3s in sardines reduce inflammation in muscle tissue, keeping fibers strong and flexible. At the same time, calcium and vitamin D from the tiny bones support bone density, while the protein content ensures that the muscles have the raw materials they need to rebuild after daily activity. For seniors, this combination is nothing short of a lifeline. Science backs this up. Research published in geriatric nutrition journals shows that seniors who consume small, oily fish like sardines at least twice a week have significantly lower rates of frailty and muscle wasting. Even more fascinating, omega-3s from sardines appear to improve mitochondrial function, the power plants inside your muscle cells. With stronger mitochondria, your muscles have more energy to perform daily tasks, meaning you feel less tired and more capable throughout the day. One detail often overlooked is how accessible sardines are compared to other omega-3 sources. While salmon or tuna can be expensive, sardines are widely available, inexpensive, and require no cooking skills. They're ready to eat straight out of the can, making them ideal for seniors who may live alone or have limited energy for meal preparation. And unlike some larger fish, sardines are very low in mercury, making them one of the safest seafood options for older adults. Now let's talk practicality. How can you add sardines to your diet without getting bored? They're surprisingly versatile. You can mash them with a bit of olive oil and lemon juice for a simple spread, toss them into pasta for a Mediterranean-style dish, or add them to soups and stews for a hearty, nutrient-rich meal. The key is consistency. Just 1 or 2 servings per week can begin to shift your muscle and bone health in the right direction. Still, I know what you might be thinking, sardines really. They're too small, too strong tasting, and that hesitation is understandable. But here's the question I pose to my patients. Is avoiding a slightly strong flavor worth risking your independence? Because every serving of sardines is like a small insurance policy for your strength, balance, and resilience as you age. And sardines are only the beginning of this story. While they bring balance to your bones and muscles, there's another omega-3 rich fish that acts like a booster shot for your energy levels. This next fish not only helps your muscles repair faster, but also keeps your stamina higher so you can stay active day after day. It's often grilled, smoked, or even canned, and it's packed with even more omega-3 than you might expect. That fish is mackerel, and its benefits for aging muscles are extraordinary. If sardines are the quiet workhorse of omega-3 nutrition, then mackerel is the powerhouse. This oily fish doesn't always get the spotlight, but when it comes to protecting aging muscles, mackerel delivers one of the strongest punches of all. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, and selenium, mackerel is like a natural energy booster that fuels muscle recovery and endurance. 2 things seniors desperately need to maintain independence. Why is mackerel so effective? Let's start with the basics. Just 1 serving of mackerel provides more than your daily recommended amount of omega-3 fatty acids. That means EPA and DHA levels skyrocket with even modest portions, giving your body the ammunition it needs to reduce inflammation and improve circulation. Better circulation means oxygen and nutrients reach your muscle fibers faster, speeding up repair after activity and lowering the risk of fatigue. But omega-3s aren't the whole story. Mackerel is also packed with vitamin B12, a nutrient many seniors lack due to declining stomach acid and reduced absorption with age. B12 plays a direct role in producing red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your muscles. Without enough B12, you may feel weak, dizzy, or exhausted, symptoms that many mistakenly chalk up to just aging. By combining omega-3s with B12, mackerel helps your muscles both repair and energize, making it easier to stay active without the constant drag of fatigue. Take the case of Mrs. Thompson, a 70-year-old grandmother who loved gardening but found herself struggling to keep up. She told me that after just 30 minutes of pulling weeds, her arms felt like lead and her legs shook when she stood up. She worried she was losing her independence. A review of her diet revealed almost no sources of omega-3s or B12. Her meals centered on bread, pasta, and the occasional chicken breast. I suggested incorporating mackerel twice a week, either grilled with vegetables or added to a simple sandwich spread. 3 months later, she returned with a smile I'll never forget. She told me, "Doctor, I can work in my garden for hours again. I feel like I got my energy back." Her muscle fatigue had improved and she no longer needed to take long naps in the middle of the day. Blood tests confirmed that her B12 levels had risen significantly and her overall strength and stamina were noticeably better. For her, mackerel was not just food, it was a turning point. Scientific studies mirror her experience. Research shows that omega-3 fatty acids from fish like mackerel improve muscle protein synthesis and reduce markers of inflammation in older adults. Meanwhile, vitamin B12 deficiencies are closely linked to muscle weakness, impaired coordination, and even falls. By supplying both, mackerel acts as a 2-in-1 therapy for senior muscle health. Now, some people hesitate to eat mackerel because of its stronger flavor compared to salmon. But preparation makes all the difference. Fresh mackerel lightly grilled with lemon and herbs has a clean taste and flaky texture, Smoked mackerel makes an easy addition to salads, and canned mackerel, often packed in olive oil, is affordable and convenient. The key is finding a style that suits your palate and making it a regular part of your routine. Of course, no food is perfect. Mackerel, like other large fish, can vary in mercury levels depending on the type. Atlantic and Pacific mackerel are generally low in mercury and safe for frequent consumption, while king mackerel should be avoided due to its higher levels. This is an important distinction for seniors who may already be managing other health issues. Choosing the right type of mackerel ensures you get the benefits without the risks. As you can see, mackerel doesn't just maintain your muscle mass. It restores your energy, sharpens your endurance, and keeps you active in daily life. It addresses two of the most frightening aspects of aging: weakness and fatigue. By putting this humble fish on your plate, you give your muscles and your mind the strength to keep pushing forward. But mackerel isn't the only surprising source of omega-3s. Not everyone enjoys seafood, and some people may prefer a plant-based option. So what happens when you look beyond fish and discover a tiny seed that's been valued for centuries? This seed doesn't just deliver omega-3s, it also improves circulation, balances blood sugar, and helps slow down the aging process in your muscles. In the next section, I'll show you why flax seeds, though small in size, carry enormous power for seniors seeking lasting strength. When most people think of omega-3s, they picture fish swimming in the ocean. But the truth is, one of the most powerful sources of omega-3s doesn't swim at all. It grows quietly in fields across the world. I'm talking about flax seeds. These tiny brown or golden seeds might look ordinary, but for seniors trying to slow muscle decline, they can be a game changer. Flax seeds are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based form of omega-3 fatty acid. While ALA is different from the EPA and DHA found in fish, it still plays a critical role in protecting muscle tissue. ALA reduces oxidative stress and supports healthy circulation, both of which are vital for aging muscles. When your circulation improves, oxygen and nutrients are delivered more efficiently to your muscle fibers, making them stronger and more resilient. Another unique feature of flax seeds is their high fiber content. Seniors often struggle with inflammation that builds up silently in the body, weakening both muscles and joints. Flax seeds help fight this inflammation in two ways: through omega-3s and through soluble fiber, which nourishes gut bacteria. A healthy gut reduces systemic inflammation, which means your muscles are less likely to be under constant attack. Let me share the story of Mr. Daniels, a 66-year-old retired mechanic. He had always prided himself on being strong, but in recent years he noticed his grip strength declining. Tools slipped more often from his hands, and lifting even light objects left him fatigued. His diet was heavy in processed foods with little variety. After running some basic assessments, I recommended adding ground flax seeds to his daily routine. He was skeptical. How could a seed possibly make a difference? But he agreed to sprinkle 2 tablespoons into his morning oatmeal. 3 months later, the results were striking. Mr. Daniels reported that his hands felt steadier, his endurance had improved, and his energy no longer crashed mid-afternoon. Blood tests revealed lower inflammation markers, and his cholesterol had dropped too. What amazed him most was how easy the change had been. "I didn't have to overhaul my diet," he said. "Just adding flax seeds gave me strength back in my hands." Medical studies echo his story. Research shows that ALA from flax seeds can reduce muscle soreness after exercise and slow the progression of sarcopenia. Even though ALA must be converted into EPA and DHA in the body, seniors still benefit significantly. For those who don't eat fish, flax seeds can be a crucial lifeline to maintain muscle health. So how can you incorporate flax seeds into your life? The key is to consume them ground, not whole. Whole flax seeds often pass through the digestive tract without releasing their nutrients. Ground flax seeds, on the other hand, are fully digestible and can be easily added to smoothies, yogurts, soups, or even baked goods. Just 2 tablespoons a day provide a powerful dose of omega-3s, fiber, and antioxidants. Some seniors worry that adding seeds might upset their stomachs. In fact, flax seeds can do the opposite. They often improve digestion and prevent constipation, a common issue in older adults. Their soluble fiber absorbs water, softening stools and supporting regular bowel movements, which indirectly improves overall energy and comfort. Another overlooked benefit of flax seeds is blood sugar control. Many seniors deal with prediabetes or diabetes, which accelerates muscle loss and fatigue. Flax seeds slow the release of glucose into the bloodstream, helping stabilize energy levels and preventing the blood sugar spikes and crashes that sap muscle strength. This means your muscles receive a steadier supply of fuel throughout the day. Now, are flax seeds enough on their own? Not entirely. While they provide valuable ALA, they don't fully replace the DHA and EPA found in fish. However, when combined with other omega-3 sources, flax seeds become an essential part of a comprehensive muscle-protecting diet. Think of them as the steady foundation that supports everything else. As you can see, omega-3s don't only come from the sea, they can be grown right in your backyard. And if flax seeds can bring strength back to tired muscles, just wait until you discover the next food. It's a simple nut you can eat by the handful, one that not only supports muscle health but also keeps your brain sharp as you age. In the next section, I'll show you why walnuts are the ultimate brain-muscle connection food that every senior should keep in their pantry. When it comes to foods that nourish both the body and the mind, walnuts deserve a place at the very top of the list. These brain-shaped nuts aren't just a coincidence of nature, they hold the unique power to protect your memory while simultaneously strengthening your muscles. For seniors, this dual benefit is priceless. After all, what good is physical strength without the clarity to enjoy it, or mental sharpness without the muscles to carry you through daily life? Walnuts provide both. Walnuts are one of the richest plant-based sources of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid. Like flax seeds, ALA from walnuts reduces inflammation, supports circulation, and enhances the resilience of aging muscles. But walnuts go a step further. They contain powerful antioxidants like polyphenols, which reduce oxidative stress in both brain and muscle tissue. Oxidative stress is like rust forming inside the body, gradually eroding your cell's ability to function properly. By neutralizing this rust, walnuts slow the processes that cause muscle fibers to weaken and memory to slip. Let me tell you about Mrs. Lee, a 71-year-old former librarian. She came to me worried about two things: increasing forgetfulness and weakness in her legs. She felt embarrassed when she couldn't recall names of neighbors she had known for years, and she found herself needing to rest halfway up the stairs. Her diet was low in healthy fats. She snacked mostly on crackers and cookies. I encouraged her to swap her afternoon cookies for a handful of walnuts. She was skeptical but willing to try. 6 months later, her progress was inspiring. She told me, "Doctor, my memory feels sharper and my legs don't shake as much when I climb stairs." She had also lost a few pounds without even trying, simply because the healthy fats in walnuts left her feeling satisfied and less likely to crave sugary snacks. The change was simple, but the impact on her confidence and independence was enormous. What makes walnuts particularly special is their ability to support the brain-muscle connection. This connection is crucial because your muscles can only perform as well as your nervous system directs them. As we age, nerve signaling to muscles can weaken, leading to slower reflexes and reduced coordination. Walnuts, with their combination of omega-3s and antioxidants, protect neurons and improve communication between the brain and muscles. Stronger signals mean more controlled movements, fewer stumbles, and a lower risk of falls. Scientific evidence backs this up. Studies show that seniors who consume walnuts regularly perform better on memory tests and maintain greater walking speed compared to those who don't. Another study found that walnut consumption was linked to reduced risk of frailty, a syndrome marked by weakness, slower walking, and loss of independence. In other words, walnuts help you stay sharp, steady, and strong. Walnuts are also easy to incorporate into daily life. A single handful, about 1 ounce or 7 whole walnuts, is enough to deliver meaningful benefits. They can be eaten raw, added to salads, mixed into oatmeal, or even blended into smoothies for a creamy texture. Unlike some supplements or complicated diets, walnuts require no preparation or effort, just a simple habit that builds long-term resilience. Now, it's important to note that walnuts are calorie-dense. Seniors watching their weight should be mindful not to overeat them. But when eaten in moderation, walnuts actually help control weight by reducing hunger and stabilizing blood sugar. And compared to unhealthy snacks like chips or cookies, walnuts provide far more lasting energy and protection. For those who worry about allergies or digestive issues, other nuts like almonds and pistachios offer benefits too, but walnuts remain unique for their omega-3 content. No other nut matches their combination of ALA, antioxidants, and polyphenols. So if you're looking for a snack that keeps both your body and mind in peak condition, walnuts are the answer. They protect your brain, strengthen your muscles, and ensure that both systems work together seamlessly. But walnuts aren't the only tiny powerhouse you should know about. In fact, there's another small seed that may surprise you with its muscle-protecting strength. It's tiny, it's versatile, and it holds an impressive amount of plant-based omega-3s. This seed not only improves endurance but also helps keep your body hydrated, making every movement easier and safer. In the next section, I'll reveal why chia seeds, though often overlooked, are one of the smartest additions to a senior's diet. Chia seeds may be small, but don't let their size fool you. These tiny black or white grains, once prized by ancient civilizations like the Aztecs and Mayans, are nutritional powerhouses, especially for seniors looking to preserve muscle strength and mobility. In fact, the word chia literally means strength in the Mayan language. And when you understand what's inside these seeds, it's easy to see why. Chia seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of alpha-linolenic acid (ALA), a form of omega-3 fatty acid. Like flax seeds and walnuts, they deliver anti-inflammatory benefits that protect aging muscles from wear and tear. But chia seeds go beyond simple omega-3 content. They absorb up to 12 times their weight in water, forming a gel-like texture when soaked. This hydration effect is particularly beneficial for seniors whose muscles and joints are more vulnerable to stiffness and injury when the body is dehydrated. Hydrated muscles recover faster, move more smoothly, and stay resilient longer. Take the case of Mr. Howard, a 69-year-old former postman. After retiring, he stayed active by taking long daily walks, but over time he noticed increasing cramps in his calves and frequent fatigue. He assumed it was just aging. When I asked him about his hydration habits, he admitted he rarely drank water and often felt thirsty. I suggested he try adding chia seeds to his routine, soaking them overnight in water or mixing them into his morning yogurt. 3 months later, Mr. Howard's cramps had nearly disappeared. He said, "Doctor, my legs feel lighter and I don't get as tired during my walks." His muscles weren't just benefiting from the omega-3s, they were thriving because chia helped his body stay hydrated and energized. The simple change allowed him to continue his daily walks with confidence. Chia seeds also provide an excellent balance of protein and fiber, both of which are crucial for seniors. Each tablespoon contains about 2 grams of protein, which supports muscle repair, and 5 grams of fiber, which improves digestion and stabilizes blood sugar. Stable blood sugar means a steadier energy supply for your muscles throughout the day, reducing those dreaded afternoon crashes that can leave you weak and unsteady. From a scientific perspective, chia's omega-3s work at the cellular level to support mitochondrial health, the energy factories inside your muscle cells. Stronger mitochondria mean better energy production, less fatigue, and more efficient recovery after activity. For seniors, this translates into more stamina for daily chores, longer walks, and even hobbies like gardening or dancing. In addition, chia's unique gel-like properties slows down the digestion of carbohydrates. This helps prevent sudden spikes and drops in blood sugar, which not only affect energy, but also contribute to long-term muscle loss. Consistent energy flow means your muscles have the steady fuel they need to function at their best. Now you might be wondering, how can you easily include chia seeds in your diet? The beauty of chia is its versatility. You can sprinkle it over oatmeal, blend it into smoothies, or soak it overnight to create chia pudding. For those who don't like the texture, adding just a spoonful to soups, stews, or even baked goods still delivers benefits without being noticeable. One important note: because chia seeds expand when they absorb liquid, it's best to soak them before eating, especially for seniors with swallowing difficulties. Eating them dry in large amounts could cause discomfort. But when properly prepared, they are not only safe, but also incredibly beneficial. Some people dismiss chia as a trendy superfood, but the science behind it is sound. Clinical studies show that regular chia seed consumption improves markers of cardiovascular and metabolic health, both of which directly influence muscle function. Healthy circulation and balanced metabolism mean better delivery of nutrients to your muscles and less risk of sarcopenia. So what does this all mean for you? By adding just a few tablespoons of chia seeds to your diet each week, you can improve hydration, support muscle repair, and maintain endurance. They are small, inexpensive, and widely available, making them one of the simplest yet most effective tools for muscle health in seniors. But chia seeds aren't the only plant-based omega-3 option. What if you follow a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle and need a direct source of DHA, the type of omega-3 most commonly found in fish? Fortunately, nature provides an answer, and it comes from an unexpected place, the ocean, but not from fish. In the next section, we'll explore algae oil, a vegan-friendly omega-3 that directly nourishes your muscles and keeps weakness at bay. When most people think of omega-3s, they think of fish. But what if you don't like seafood or you follow a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle? Does that mean you're destined to miss out on the muscle-protecting benefits of omega-3s? Absolutely not. In fact, the very source from which fish get their omega-3s is available directly to you: algae. And algae oil is quickly becoming one of the most valuable tools for seniors to fight muscle decline without ever touching fish. Here's the science: fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel don't actually produce omega-3s themselves. They consume algae in the ocean, which is where the essential fatty acids EPA and DHA originate. Algae oil therefore provides the same omega-3s, particularly DHA, without the need for fish. This is a breakthrough for seniors who prefer plant-based diets or worry about mercury and toxins in seafood. Why does this matter for muscles? DHA from algae oil directly supports cell membranes in muscle tissue. Think of your muscles as machines. Without well-lubricated parts, they grind and wear down faster. DHA helps keep muscle cells flexible and strong, allowing them to contract and recover efficiently. Combined with its ability to lower inflammation, algae oil acts like a repair crew patching up microscopic damage before it snowballs into frailty. Let me share a story. Mrs. Patel, a 70-year-old lifelong vegetarian, came to see me with concerns about her declining strength. She had tried increasing her protein intake with beans and lentils, but her muscles still felt weak. She couldn't climb the stairs without pausing, and even lifting her shopping bags felt overwhelming. When we reviewed her diet, it was clear she was missing DHA and EPA entirely. I suggested algae oil supplements starting with 250 milligrams per day. 3 months later, she reported a noticeable difference. "Doctor, I can carry my groceries again," she told me proudly. Her stamina had improved and her balance felt steadier. Blood work confirmed lower inflammation levels and she had regained confidence in her daily routine. For Mrs. Patel, algae oil provided the missing link between her vegetarian diet and her muscle health. The benefits of algae oil go beyond muscles. DHA is also crucial for brain health, protecting memory and slowing cognitive decline. For seniors, this creates a powerful 2-in-1 benefit: stronger muscles and sharper thinking. Remember, your brain and muscles are connected. If the brain can't send strong signals, your muscles can't respond effectively. Algae oil strengthens this connection, supporting both physical and mental independence. What about safety? Algae oil is one of the cleanest sources of omega-3s available. Unlike some fish, it doesn't carry the risk of mercury dioxins or other pollutants. It's cultivated in controlled environments, making it both safe and sustainable. This makes algae oil an ideal choice for seniors who want the benefits of omega-3s without the risks associated with seafood. Practicality is another advantage. Algae oil is usually sold in soft gel capsules or liquid form. A standard daily dose ranges from 250 milliliters to 500 milliliters of combined EPA and DHA. For those with difficulty swallowing pills, the liquid version can be mixed into smoothies or even drizzled over salads. It has a mild taste, making it easy to incorporate into everyday life. Skeptics sometimes dismiss algae oil as a supplement trend, but the research says otherwise. Clinical studies show that supplementation with algae-based DHA improves muscle recovery, reduces inflammation, and even enhances endurance in older adults. For vegans, vegetarians, or anyone reluctant to eat fish, it offers a direct and reliable path to muscle preservation. So whether you're plant-based by choice or simply can't stomach seafood, algae oil ensures you don't miss out on the life-saving benefits of omega-3s. It fills the nutritional gap, fortifies your muscles, and gives you the energy to keep moving confidently as you age. But before you rush out to buy algae oil, remember this: while it offers incredible benefits, it's not the only omega-3 rich food that deserves your attention. There's another source, one that's been a staple on dinner plates for decades. It's widely available, high in protein, and often promoted as healthy, but it carries a hidden risk that seniors need to be aware of. In the next section, we'll explore tuna, how it can help repair your muscles, but also the potential dangers it may quietly bring along. For many households, tuna is a familiar favorite. Whether in sandwiches, salads, or casseroles, it's often seen as a convenient, affordable, and healthy source of protein. And indeed, tuna provides plenty of benefits for seniors: rich protein for muscle repair, omega-3 fatty acids for inflammation control, and B vitamins for energy production. But here's the reality few seniors hear about: while tuna can strengthen muscles, it also carries a hidden risk that can undermine your health if consumed carelessly. Let's begin with the positives. Tuna is an excellent source of both EPA and DHA, the omega-3s that directly protect aging muscles. These fatty acids not only reduce inflammation but also boost muscle protein synthesis, allowing your body to repair and rebuild muscle tissue more efficiently. For seniors, this means faster recovery from daily activities, less soreness, and improved stamina. Tuna also provides high-quality protein essential for fighting sarcopenia, the age-related muscle decline that weakens independence. But here's where the caution comes in: mercury. Unlike smaller fish such as sardines, tuna is a large predatory fish that absorbs mercury from the smaller fish it consumes. Over time, mercury levels accumulate, and when humans eat tuna regularly, the metal can build up in the body. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because mercury affects the nervous system and can worsen memory problems, balance issues, and fatigue, the very problems we're trying to prevent. Consider the case of Mr. Johnson, a 73-year-old widower. He wanted to improve his diet after learning about the benefits of omega-3s, so he began eating canned tuna almost every day, believing it was a safe, affordable choice. At first, he felt more energetic, but after several months, he began experiencing tremors in his hands, difficulty concentrating, and occasional dizziness. When his doctor ran tests, elevated mercury levels were detected in his blood, the culprit excessive tuna consumption. Once he reduced his intake and switched to safer fish like sardines and salmon, his symptoms gradually improved. This doesn't mean you should avoid tuna entirely. The key is moderation and choosing the right type. Light canned tuna, often skipjack, generally has lower mercury levels than albacore or yellowfin tuna. Seniors should limit tuna consumption to no more than 2 servings per week and balance it with other low-mercury omega-3 rich fish. By doing so, you can enjoy the benefits of tuna while minimizing the risks. Another overlooked benefit of tuna is its high content of vitamin D and selenium. Vitamin D helps regulate calcium and supports muscle contraction, while selenium acts as an antioxidant, protecting muscle cells from oxidative damage. Together with omega-3s, these nutrients create a powerful support system for muscle strength. But again, balance is essential. Too much of a good thing can quickly turn harmful if mercury exposure climbs too high. Now let's think practically. If you enjoy tuna, consider preparing it in healthier ways. Instead of drowning it in mayonnaise for sandwiches, try mixing it with olive oil, lemon juice, and fresh herbs. Add it to salads with leafy greens for extra antioxidants, or pair it with beans for added fiber and steady energy. These combinations enhance the benefits while keeping your meals light and nutrient-dense. Science has confirmed both sides of this story. Clinical studies show that omega-3 intake from tuna improves muscle mass and reduces markers of inflammation in older adults. At the same time, research warns that excessive mercury exposure is linked to neurological decline and increased frailty. The lesson is clear: tuna can be both a friend and a foe depending on how you consume it. So what's the takeaway? Tuna can absolutely be part of a senior's muscle-protecting diet, but it should never be the only fish you rely on. Rotate it with other omega-3 sources, keep portions moderate, and always stay mindful of the type of tuna you choose. By doing this, you gain the muscle benefits without inviting hidden dangers into your body. And this brings us to the final piece of our journey. We've explored salmon, sardines, mackerel seeds, nuts, and even algae oil. Each of these foods plays a role in keeping seniors strong, steady, and independent. But knowledge means little without action. In the final section, I'll bring everything together, offering practical tips, safe alternatives, and a clear roadmap you can follow to protect your muscles for life. We've now walked through a powerful journey together, one that began with the frightening reality of muscle decline and ended with the discovery of foods that can help you fight back. From salmon and sardines to flax seeds, walnuts, chia, algae oil, and even tuna, we've uncovered the role of omega-3s in preserving not just muscle strength, but independence, confidence, and quality of life. And now, as we reach the end, it's time to slow down, reflect, and gather these lessons into a clear roadmap you can follow every day. The core message is simple: aging changes how your body interacts with food. Muscles that once seemed indestructible now require special care, and one of the most overlooked tools for that care is omega-3 fatty acids. Without them, inflammation rises, recovery slows, and the very fibers of your muscles begin to fray. With them, you can stand taller, walk steadier, and continue living life on your own terms. Let's briefly recap the highlights. Salmon and sardines deliver concentrated EPA and DHA, fueling muscle repair and reducing inflammation. Mackerel combines omega-3s with B12, helping restore energy and endurance. Flax seeds, walnuts, and chia seeds provide plant-based ALA, improving circulation, hydration, and gut health, all of which indirectly protect muscle strength. Algae oil offers a clean vegan source of DHA, bridging the gap for those who don't eat fish. And tuna, though beneficial, comes with the reminder that moderation and variety are key to avoiding hidden risks like mercury exposure. So how do you put this knowledge into practice? Here are a few simple, safe strategies you can start today. Eat fatty fish twice a week. Aim for salmon, sardines, or mackerel. They deliver the richest and safest doses of omega-3s. Add plant-based omega-3s daily. A tablespoon of ground flax seeds, a handful of walnuts, or a spoonful of chia seeds can easily blend into your meals. Consider algae oil supplements. especially if you're vegetarian, vegan, or simply dislike seafood. Algae oil ensures you get the DHA your muscles and brain need. Rotate your sources. Don't rely on just one food. Variety ensures a balance of nutrients and reduces risks. Pair omega-3s with protein. For maximum muscle benefit, combine omega-3 foods with protein sources like eggs, beans, or lean meats. This synergy enhances muscle repair. Stay mindful of timing. Eating omega-3 rich foods earlier in the day with balanced meals helps your body absorb and utilize them more effectively. Now, beyond food, remember this: muscles thrive not only on nutrition but also on movement. Omega-3s give your muscles the building blocks they need, but regular exercise, walking, stretching, light resistance training is what turns those building blocks into lasting strength. Food and movement are partners, not substitutes. For reassurance, let me give you a list of safe alternatives to keep in your pantry and fridge. Berries rich in antioxidants that protect muscle cells from oxidative stress. Avocados healthy fats that support joint lubrication and energy. Olive oil anti-inflammatory, perfect for cooking or drizzling. Pumpkin seeds magnesium-rich, supporting muscle contraction and relaxation. Spinach packed with nitrates that improve blood flow to muscles. These foods complement omega-3 sources and create a well-rounded foundation for strength and vitality. At this point, I want to speak to you not just as a doctor, but as someone who has seen countless seniors face the same fears. The fear of losing independence, the fear of becoming a burden, the fear of not being able to enjoy life fully. I want you to know this: your body is still capable of incredible resilience. The key is knowledge and consistent action. You now have the knowledge. The action is up to you. So here's my final encouragement. Choose at least one omega-3 food to add to your plate this week. Just one. Start there. And as the weeks go by, expand your choices until these foods become natural parts of your lifestyle. Each bite will be an investment in your future strength, your confidence, and your freedom. Before we say goodbye, let me leave you with this thought. Aging may be inevitable, but weakness is not. With the right foods, the right habits, and the right mindset, you can stay strong, steady, and sharp for years to come. Don't underestimate the power of these small daily choices. They truly add up to a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means the world to us. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another senior health tip designed just for you. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, you are not powerless against time. You have the tools to protect your muscles, your mind, and your independence. Use them well.